Hey, you. Do you want to run Chicago? You want to become the greatest mafia boss alive? Well, do I have a game for you? Empire Sin, one of the most okayest games you'll ever play. Okay, let's start this off. We pick Frankie Donovan because he's alright, I guess. I don't know. Don't care. Alright, so I meet this dude, right? And he's like, hey, I'll give you 500 bucks. Wipe out these dudes. Set up a brewery that I can hide my weapons in. I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. We make it 600. So, we make it 600. 600 bucks. We go wipe out these dudes. Take out this brewery. Have a good time. So we head to Chicago to make that happen. Alright, so I make it to Chicago. These dudes run up to me and like, hey, let me work for you. I'm like, hey, that's a good thing. I need workers. Alright, let's go. So we head over to a place where we're gonna set up our brewery. Alright, there's this guard, right? He's gotta go. We don't want him. So I'm like, hey, I'm a cop. You gotta go. And he's like, nah, you ain't no cop. I'm like, you right. I ain't no cop. But I'll kill you if you don't leave. So he's like, alright, I'll go. And I was like, bam, mission accomplished. Oh, and while I'm at it, I rob him. Alright, so our boy dips. So we head into the place where we're gonna set up our brewery. But there's some fellas. That's a problem. They gotta go. Alright, so these guys, they don't want to leave. Not like the guy outside. So that's a problem. How do you solve problems? Just like your mom always told you when you're a kid. Violence is always the solution. So, we use violence. Alright, and we also switch it to a casino, not a brewery, you know. Just like your mom always said, gambling is good, so there we go. Alright, now it's time for the real goal of this video. You see all the green? That's what we own. There's only very little tiny green. So, our goal, make it big green. Own this town. Make it all green. Alright, so this is the best part. We open up the black book. Find some dudes. Help us out, you know? Get some more manpower. Get some more bodies. Our first recruit is a dude named Vincenzo. This is our hired gun. He shoots who we want him to shoot, and that's about it. Alright, next up, we got Hugh. He's our man. He's our enforcer. He's the brute. But he does about the same as Vincenzo. He'll just shoot people who need to be shot. Alright, now we got some new fellas on the squad. That's pretty good, right? No, it's not. We're losing money. That's terrible. Okay, so now we need to get ourselves a contract. Alright, so here's our first contract. There's a letter from home. They're telling us to meet our contact somewhere in a bar of ours. Alright, so these guys were really specific on who I was trying to find. I'm kind of just wandering around, hoping that I find somebody who wants to talk about illegal stuff, I guess. Alright, so I meet the contact, right? His name's Liam. He's like, yo, remember me? Nah, no idea. I'm your brother. Nah, still don't know you. There's a war going back at home. Remember that at least? Nah, don't remember that. So he's like, alright, whatever. That doesn't matter. You got a brewery, right? Like, yeah, we got a brewery. He's like, alright, let me stash some weapons in there. He's like, yeah, that's cool. Just give me the money. He's like, nah, let me go check it out first. Alright, so we're heading over to the place, right? And Liam's out there, and he's like, yo, I got the guns. Let's bring them in. Alright, so we get inside. We've been bamboozled. That's a shame. We gotta get rid of these guys. What do we always do? Violence. Alright, so we got a bit of a problem, right? The guns got stolen during this altercation. Liam's pretty pissed about it, and he won't pay us until we get the guns back. He knows a dude who can tell us where they're at, but it's gonna cost us some money. And as you can see, we don't have any money. That's why we went to Liam. So now we're just broke. Wasted a bit of time. But now, like a true American, crippling debt has never stopped me. Alright, so the next best way to get out of crippling debt is to expand. Alright, so we begin our expansion, and we take out a thugs-controlled racket, making it our own.
Hey, we're expanding our territory, taking out some ruffians, eating some lobster biscuit in our new buildings.
Alright, just ignore that part. I think this video is becoming more of a fever dream the more it continues. But that's okay, because it's fun. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we quickly took 2 other rackets from the thugs, and now we're moving on to the base of their operations, their depot. Now, sadly, one of our attacks on the smaller rackets led to the death of our great friend, Vincenzo. What a shame. What a loss. But hey, we're making money now that we don't have to pay this guy, so there's always an upside to everything, right? Alright, but like all great things must come to an end. We are no longer making money because we're paying Guido. I'm not going to do nothing fancy for him. He doesn't deserve it. He's just a Vincenzo replacement. But we just need him to shoot people, so we're good. Alright, now it's time for us to begin the montage of us taking over the depot, shooting thugs, while there's 50s music playing in the background because it's kind of funny. So, let's do it. Alright, victory is ours. We now occupy this precinct. We've added more green to our overall goal of taking this town. Alright, but our mission of expansion is far from over. Alright, to the right of us, we got two little precincts controlled by thugs. This would be an easy point of expansion. We're going to take Precinct 4 since it's right next to us. And we made quick work of these thugs. They were like little ants. We just stepped on them. It was quite easy. Kind of feel bad for them. Hey, but whatever. It's ours now. Alright, so while I was taking over that other thug's precinct, these yellow people... Oh, that sounds so bad. Alright, so the mafia that has the staple color yellow, I think they're called the fortune tellers, have taken over that other thug's precinct. Now that's a problem, because we're kind of closed in now. There's really only one thing we can do, and that's go to war. So war is what begins. Alright, just follow the green box there. That'll show us our battle tactics and our movements. So our first order of business here is to take Precinct 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down that straight line there and take out all the rackets. Alright, so I guess in our case it's the boys in green. We make our movement down that straight line, take it for our own. So we find their depot, their base of operations for Precinct 6, quickly wipe that out, taking Precinct 6 for our own. Alright, for Operation 2, we quickly take Precinct 1 as the defense and guard management there was quite tragic. It was quite easy though, so we took it. And now all the territory lost from this Dawn, we finally found her safe house, and it's time for her to go meet the grave, shall we say. So Goldilocks here quickly meets her fate, and we take over everything she once owned. Oh yeah, and while we were at it, we just took out this little faction. They were just kind of pain. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, while we were at it, it turns out Vincenzo didn't die. He was just in the hospital, so we saved him. He's back. But then immediately died like 5 seconds later. And for Vincenzo replacement number 2, we're bringing in Grover Monk. So back on the topic of expansion, I brought in a few new faces here. I don't care for their names, they're just here to shoot people, so there we go. Alright, let's bring up our little map again here to show you what's going on. Alright, so we began our assault on the Orange faction. I don't care too much for names, but it was quite the battle, might I say. In the process, we lost Hugh. He was a great member of the team, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. Alright, we did it, fellas. We now own a piece of Chicago. Now, this is a small channel, so if you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe. It is very much appreciated. See you guys.